right, good evening everybody. It's a late night for me. I think it's about 8 o'clock at night, and I'm just now getting started on. A while back I did a video where I switched the high pressure fuel pumps or oil pumps from this truck to my green truck because I've been having problems with this truck trying to figure out what it was. It ended up being the high pressure oil pump. So I went ahead and I bought one off of eBay, and it was supposedly remanufactured, and it looked like it was remanufactured, but it ended up being junk. I ended up sending that back, and the guy did refund my money. And I got a friend who works over at O'Reilly's, and he got me a Bostitch high pressure pump. Now this is 250 horse, so there's two different pumps for these trucks. There's the low pressure and a high pressure pump. So maybe that guy sent me the low pressure pump, I don't know. Because I think these had like 185 horsepower to 230 horsepower, and then 230 to 250, two different pumps, but this one is the 250. Also, I just did a driveway for a guy. His name is Bernie, and he hooked me up with some numbers. So if you're watching, Bernie, those numbers were good. He gave me a number to a guy who's gonna put a tune on this truck and get me 300 horsepower out of it. So, and I think what we're gonna do in this video is get the pump on it, get the truck running. And she had a little miss last time. Hopefully it's because I just kind of slapped it together and I didn't replace these fuel line O-rings. Can you see these? And two of them are looking kind of corroded. So hopefully we're just getting some fuel in there, or some air in the fuel. And that's why it wasn't running good. Or it could be an injector issue. I messed around with the injectors on this truck, trying to figure out what was wrong with it. It ended up being the pump. But, and also I think what we're gonna do is, I took this truck to the dealer and I paid them $1,300 to verify that the truck had good oil pressure. Well, it turns out that the truck didn't have good oil pressure, but they told me that it did have good oil pressure and that the truck needed a computer. Now, they came to the decision that it needed a computer because I bought a cam sensor from them, right? This truck didn't need a cam sensor, but I was just throwing brand new parts at the truck from the dealer to eliminate everything. So the truck was running, but it was throwing a low oil pressure code. And I put a cam sensor from the dealer in it, and then it started throwing a cam sensor code. So I took that cam sensor back to that dealer and I said, this cam sensor is no good. The truck's throwing a cam sensor code. It wasn't before. So they gave me another cam sensor, right? And then the truck threw a cam code with their sensor, but if I put this cam sensor back in it that it came with, it ran fine. It just had the low oil pressure code, right? So we're gonna take this truck back to the dealer and we're gonna discuss this with them. They told me that it needed a computer because it was throwing that cam code off their brand new sensor. Their sensor was just no good. And their technician obviously didn't do the oil pressure test that I asked for because the computer knew that it had bad oil pressure. I suspected it did, but I paid them to tell me if it did or not. And they told me that it had, so either their technician didn't do the test or the test they use is faulty. So we're gonna talk to the dealer about that. But so right now we're gonna get the pump in it. Also a couple other things we're gonna work on is getting this bed painted. Got some issues with the tarping system on it. It's broke on the other side. We're gonna get that fixed. We're gonna get these stickers off the side of it. Get this bad boy on the road, the bad boy. All right, let's get this pump installed. Well, let's see if we can get some lights set up here so you can see what's going on and I can see what's going on. There we go, how's that? Can you see? Where are you at? Nope, 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 nope. You stay. You stay. You stay. All right, what do you see? You looking down in there? Let me see. Yep, you can see. All right. pump install. Let's check the oil level while we're at it. I just did an oil change on this truck to eliminate that as a problem, so I doubt we're low on oil. Maybe I accidentally disconnect the oil pressure sending unit. That is a possibility. Let's check the oil level. Oil level says it's fine. So hopefully it was just that low water. It gave me that. It gave me that once before. Oil pressure sending unit on this thing. Down here on the side. Is it hooked up? It's hooked up. It is hooked up. All the other sensors are hooked up. Alright. Take two. Take two. Come on, baby. Oh, come on, baby. Yeah, that was it. We don't have a light flashing in the dash now. Always got this green track light on though. I don't know what that is. This truck only got 84,000 miles. got her out of the shop. Got the heat on. We got the headlights on. Let's go take her for a test spin. Where can we put you at? Where can we put you at? Let's put you over here. Ready to hear me crank on grind some gears? This one's a 7-speed, so it don't like me very much. You just gotta get used to it. We got lights on, right? The window is pretty dirty. Alright, so let's pray. Normally, we make it out of the parking lot without throwing an engine code. When we start running down the road, when we start to run into problems. Takes a lot less RPM before you can shift it. Plus it feels like the gears are further apart in this truck than my 10-speed. There we go, I hit that one. Ten-speed, they feel like they're really close together. Did I mention this is a 7-speed? Going to do a temperature test, see if we can find this dead cylinder, but these batteries are obviously dead. Let's see see if we can run some engine codes. If not, we're gonna run and grab some batteries. I mean, at idle here, at idle's fine. We're not getting the low oil pressure code. It's not kicking into limp code. We just got a cylinder miss when you're cruising down the road. All right, been a minute. I think to kick the codes in, we just need to push this button. Let's turn the light on so you can see. Just need to push this, turn the key forward, push this button, and then it'll start flashing codes. It should flash 1, 1, and another 1. Alright, and if there's any engine codes, it'll come after that. 1, 1, 1. That's 3. 1, 2, 3. That's going to throw code 333. Because I'm a tard. Was that a 4? Three, 2, 3. 323. So it did throw me 2 codes. I missed what the first one was, so let's do them again here. Alright. One, 1, 1. It tells me we access the codes. Maybe I did delete them. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 5, 335. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 30, 2, 3, 323, 335. Alright, let's look those codes up. 335 and 323. All right. All right, 3, 2, 3. Coolant below minimum level, so we fixed that. What was the other one? 335. ECM detected 8 to 10 seconds of engine cranking with less than 3.5 gallons. The ICP. Alright, so that code is that code's from startup when I installed the new pump. So I need to delete those codes, because neither one of those I believe is our problem. Right. So in order to do that, I think we have to hold. It's been a minute. I think we hold this, turn the key on, and pump the brake. I'm sorry, the gas 5 times. Let's see. Let's see. So I'm going to hold that, turn the key on at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, when I run the engine codes, it should just be 111. Let's see. 1, 1, 1. One. Yeah. All right, so we've reset the codes. Now, I mean, that's, I don't know, now I got to figure out what time is it? 9:47. I need to figure out what cylinder is not firing. So I need some batteries, I think. Yeah, I need some batteries. Alright, we got no battery left. But anyways, what we're gonna do is, I went and got batteries for this. We're gonna start this truck, and I should be able to shoot the exhaust manifold on each cylinder. Hopefully I can get in there, and it will give me some kind of an idea. If one cylinder isn't firing, that manifold will be cooler. Should be. But I think the problem is, that we might run into, I should say, is that it idles fine. It's just when we're out there on the highway under like a heavy load, it starts to miss. So this might help us find it. I don't know. Let's just fire this truck up and we'll see. Alright, so that told us nothing. Every manifold read like 126 degrees. So, it's like I thought. Every cylinder is firing at idle. It's just that the higher RPMs, we either got, these things are known for blowing out O-rings, but I put all new O-rings on these injectors. Or I put a bad injector in, which could be because I bought some used injectors. Somebody told me they were good injectors, and I replaced them with 2 injectors that I thought were questionable. I think I put a bad injector in this engine, or one of the other injectors was bad. So we're gonna open the valve cover up, and we're gonna start swapping injectors, because I don't have dealer money, and they obviously suck. So we're gonna figure it out. How can we get you in here? You can kind of see what's going on, man. Let's see. What if we put you like that? Yeah? Can you see up there? I think you can. I think you can. All right, so let me catch up where we're at. It took me, I had to get this engine apart, the valve cover off, to remember what I did last year. So when I'm looking in here, I see all the injectors, let's see if you can see, are matching injectors, except for this one, right? I've got what it seems like one injector misfiring. That's what it seems like. So when I remember, when I was having problems with this last year, I opened this up and I looked inside. There was one injector in there, this one injector, that was different, with an R, which made me think it was a rebuilt injector. So I went on Buy Sell Trade and I bought 2 injectors. And I just went back through my messages on Buy Sell Trade and there was 2 pictures with serial numbers on them injectors. So that injector that's in there is one injector that I bought off of Buy Sell Trade. And I just replaced it just because that one injector had the R on it. Now my thinking then was, maybe we have a bad injector and it's letting oil pressure leak off, and that's why I'm getting the injector code, or the low oil pressure code. I don't think I had an injector problem at all. Honestly, hopefully what I did was I just put a bad injector in because the guy on Buy Sell Trades was selling bad injectors. So I'm gonna put the old injector back in, what was in it, and then we're gonna run it. If that doesn't fix it, then we're gonna send these injectors out to get rebuilt because I don't know what else to do. I don't know. Maybe I'll get online tonight and do some checking. See if there's a way to test these injectors. I don't know if I can do it. So hopefully I'm gonna put this injector back in and the truck's gonna run fine. So let's do that. Let's put the injector back in and put the truck back together. You stay right there. Did I tell you to? We're gonna have to try and change these O-rings. When I put this in, I put new O-rings on it. And this, I don't know if you can see this. See if I can get it in the light just right. See that O-ring right there? Right there. Hopefully you can see that. It started to break. So we're going to put these good O-rings on the injector that was in the truck. The R injector reman. Put it back in. Ideally, I'd want to put brand new, but I don't have brand new right now, so unfortunately, this is going to have to work. I mean, there's no hours on these O-rings at all. The only thing I gotta worry about is damaging them in this process here. I don't even know what you can see. I don't even know.
Morning, everybody. Beautiful, beautiful morning here in Ohio. I think it's supposed to be 60 degrees today, so yeah, I'm gonna get the bike out. But first, let's get this dump truck back together and take it for a test drive. I got the skid steer at the house. I still got to get that down here to the shop. I went ahead and put a turbo in that thing. A real turbo, not one of those junk eBay things. So we got to get that down here, but yeah, let's get this bad boy back together. The bad boy. Take it for a run. What are you doing? All right, close. We got her all put back together, I think. I think we got her all put back together. Except for the doghouse. Let's see what she's gonna do this morning. We're in gear. Little manifold leak. Pop the doghouse back in this thing and go for a drive. I don't see any leaks. Anything like that, she's together. Let's go for a ride. Come on, baby. Run for daddy. Run for daddy. Turn you around, too. You don't want to look at me. You just want to see what's up. You just listen up here. Let's not be banging gears. Turn the heat on. Right. All right, so that test drive actually went pretty well. So I think what we're gonna do is, this truck is plated and insured. It's running good enough to work, I think. It's only 250 horsepower, it's down on horsepower. It's like it barely gets itself around, let alone a load. But we're gonna clean it up and we're gonna put it to work, so. But I think we're gonna end this video with, we're gonna go to the dealer, I think, with it tomorrow maybe, or soon. And confront the dealer about their testing that they did on this thing, so. All right, anyways. Yeah, let's do that. Let's go to the dealer. Hello? Yeah. Hi.
How can I help you?
I need to talk to somebody about the work that was done on my truck and some parts that I had bought from you guys.
Tim, you got another person?
You say send them in?
Send him back. Okay, if you want to come through that door, he is straight on back.
Hello.
Have a seat, man. I'll be with you in a second.
Okay.
Let me answer this guy's email. What you got going on?
I paid you guys to diagnose my truck, and there's some issues with it that I want to
Okay.
talk to you about. I have a YouTube channel. That's what the camera's for, and this truck has been in a couple videos, and I just want to end it here today, the video.
Okay. Give me 1 second. That was a long time ago.
I just finally got the truck going. Finally figured out what was wrong with it.
Okay, talk to me.
All right, so let me give you a little history of this truck. I bought this truck from an auction, and it threw an oil pressure code from the beginning. No,
Okay.
which is usually, I have another international. It's usually a high pressure oil pump. So I put new bearings in the bottom end of the truck. I put new O-rings on the injectors, and I put a new high pressure pump in it. And it's still through the engine code, 333 oil pressure. So I brought the truck to you guys to diagnose it, to tell me what was wrong with it. So he rates. I tell him it needs to have an oil pressure test done, because I need to know if it does or does not have an oil pressure issue.
Okay.
So he says that he does the oil pressure test on here, and it doesn't throw any codes. It runs fine in the shop. So that I told him it does run fine in the shop. You have to take it out on the road, and that's when it'll start to throw the engine codes. So then he says, well, we have this new cam sensor sitting in on the seat. And I said, I bought that cam sensor from you guys, and it isn't any good. It's the second one I purchased from you that isn't any good. He said, well, you have to install the cam sensor with the shims. Can I do that? And it's written in here. And I said, sure, you can do that. So he installs it with the shim. Well, then he takes the truck out on the road and it throws a cam sensor code. And then he tells me that the truck needs a computer. Well, it ended up being that it was the high pressure oil pump, what I suspected it to be in the beginning. I just wanted him to do an oil pressure test and tell him. So he either didn't do the oil pressure test, or your oil pressure test is faulty. It can't tell if the truck does or does not have bad oil pressure. And the cam sensors that I'm buying from, or I bought from you guys, are no good. Do you see what I'm saying?
I do. I'm reading it. So he did the high pressure because he's got the readings in here.
He did it at idle in the shop.
You can't get correct reading at idle in the shop.
So he took it out on the road?
Nope, you gotta bump it up.
Okay. I mean, but he did it at the shop. He didn't take it out on the road.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, we probably wouldn't have taken it on the road for that.
Okay. So you don't take trucks on the road to do the test, because it wouldn't do it. You could sit there and bump it up at idle.
We do a deadhead test with the Tools International that we get off International. You don't have to take it out to test the pump.
Right.
It either tells you pass or it tells you fail.
Okay.
It isn't. It's like a pass or fail thing, and it gives you the readings
Okay.
because it is the test.
Well, what I ended up doing
it's
with
the test we have to do
right.
to do warranty, to get a WAC code, warranty authorization code. It's the same stinking test. It either passes or fails.
Well, obviously the
If it
test
fails,
is
it gives you
the test is faulty then, because it ended up being the high pressure pump. I ended up switching the pump from my other International to this International, and the truck runs fine now. I put the original cam sensor in the truck and it runs fine. If I put your cam sensor in the truck, it throws a cam sensor code. So it is possible to have a bad high pressure oil pump and your test won't catch it.
Shit.
It's happened.
I've never heard of it.
It's happened.
Honest to God,
it
never
just
heard of
happened.
Yeah.
And I caught it, well, because your guy told me I needed a computer, so I purchased a computer. I brought it here. I had the computer programmed. I put it in the truck. So then I purchased it. It didn't work. It wasn't the problem, obviously, because it was a high pressure pump the whole time. So then I bought a wiring harness, and I installed a wiring harness in the truck. Still didn't fix the problem. So then I just switched it from my other International, and that cured the problem. It was the high pressure pump all along. I purchased a faulty high pressure pump. Now, maybe the pump was just on the borderline of faulty to where the test didn't pick it up, but ultimately the high pressure pump was bad and your test did not catch it. And you're selling bad parts.
If the part's bad, we can do a parts warranty on it.
That's the second one.
Yeah, I mean, parts can do a parts warranty on that if it's bad. Did we install that one here?
Yes. So what about, I mean, the test, the pump test is just,
I'm not gonna do anything about it. I'm just not, because I don't believe it.
you don't believe it?
I don't know how in the heck it could be. I just don't know how in the world it would be bad.
I have a YouTube video on it with me swapping the pumps and running it.
When we do so many of them.
I brought the truck here with a new pump on it and it runs fine. So you're thinking it was something else?
I don't know. I don't know.
I made a video on it.
I believe you. I'm not saying I don't believe that it didn't, but I don't know that the pump fixed it. Did it have a leak somewhere? And,
No, it was the pump.
you know, and when you changed it, the seals and stuff on the lines fixed it. I don't know. I mean, this test is absolutely foolproof. It is the.
I promise you it's
it
not.
Gives you a code if it's bad.
It's bad. It was bad.
Every time.
The
That's
pump was
the only
bad.
way we can do them under warranty.
The pump was
we
bad.
We do this high pressure test and it gives you a code. Or it gives you the readings if it isn't bad.
Well, in the video, I take the pump out of the truck. I put that pump in another truck. The pump throws the code 333.
Mm-hmm.
The truck that doesn't throw any engine codes. So I swap them back and forth to trucks.
And I don't see a
And I
code
get the
set.
code with that pump. So it tells you that the pump, there's video on it. It's for sure bad.
And I don't see a cam. He says he replaced it, but I don't see this cam sensor built out.
No, I purchased the cam sensor separately.
Oh, okay.
And it was I took the cam sensor back
Gotcha.
out because
Okay.
the truck wouldn't come here with your bad cam sensor. It wouldn't drive here.
Gotcha. Okay.
If I put my original cam sensor in, the truck would drive here.
Gotcha.
Okay.
They can do a warranty on that though. Parts can.
Okay.
They can't do that. They gotta do it up front.
All right.
It's just such a foolproof. I just.
It isn't foolproof. I'm telling you. Here, you mean?
No, I'm not.
Listen, there's a YouTube channel,
I don't
Stan
have- I don't
Stan
have an
Woodward Construction.
explanation. I
You
don't.
can go there. I made an entire video on it, so you can watch it. So I'm telling you, your test isn't foolproof. It's not. A bad pump got through your test. All right.
It's just. I wish I had a better explanation, but I don't, obviously.
Okay. That's all I needed here today.
Unless it was, they said it was a seal and was leaking off after the fact.
So I took it out of the truck and I
don't
put
know.
it in
I'm
my
just- I'm
good
thinking out loud.
International that I runs with zero
Yeah,
problems.
I'm not trying to fight with him.
And the pump is bad. It's the explanation.
Well, all that aside, what can I do to make this right? We obviously got a bunch of time in it, doing a bunch of tests. What are you looking to do here?
I don't know. I honestly just wanted to kind of hear what you had to say. I mean, ultimately, I would like my money back.
I am
You
more
guys,
than perplexed.
you didn't. Well, so you think he did the test?
I know he did the test. He's even got the readings in here.
Okay.
And that this guy would, yeah, he just did. He did the test. I know he did the test.
So here's the thing with the pump and the way the pump acted. If you were at the shop, you could put the thing in gear and hold the brake and let the clutch out. You could put it under a load at the shop. You could rev that thing up to whatever RPM you wanted, and it would never throw a code. As soon as you took it on the road and put some kind of real work to it, it would fail. It would kink into lit mode. So
I'm going to say that it is possible that your test thought that the pump was good here at the shop.
Yeah, but it's not made to, the test we do is not made to go on the road.
Okay, I'll agree with that, but for you to say that it's impossible for a faulty pump to get past that test, that's not true.
I said I've never seen that. I never said, well, that's why I say I'm.
Okay.
Yeah, never said that. Nothing's, things are possible. What is that? ET 365?
466.
466.
So I do believe that the pump was, like, it was a remanufactured pump, so somebody had done some work to it. So maybe it was just on the borderline. And as soon as you took it out on the road and put like any kind of put it to real work, it just wasn't enough pressure. The computer knew it.
You didn't do anything with the injectors, all you do was
Yeah,
change
I
them.
did, but I did before. I did the pumps. When I first bought the truck, I replaced all the bearings in the bottom end. I took all the injectors out, replaced all the O-rings with OEM O-rings. And then I changed all of, you're talking about the seals. I bought them all here. They're like $10 a seal. I replaced all 4 of them. Honestly, I replaced them every pump I've ever changed. I put those new seals on there because they're that odd, thick, like seal. But
Really weird.
what will really get you is these are bad. I don't know where you're buying them from, but there's 2 in a row.
I'm sure they come from International, but yeah, parts are bad. I don't know. We haven't had one that I'm aware of anytime recently, but like I say, parts will definitely do a parts warranty on that.
Okay.
How did you pay?
This I paid with my credit card, I believe, but I don't know.
I mean this.
This whole bill?
Yeah.
I paid, what was my credit card, I believe?
Do you have that credit card with you?
I do.
Here's what I will do. I will meet you halfway. How's that?
That's more than fair.
Is it gonna make? I don't want you running out of here being unhappy. So.
I
But I got a bunch of time in it.
I know you
don't
do.
have an explanation.
I know you do.
But I just those pumps are just they're almost. I can't say foolproof, I guess, but never in 30 years have I seen one actually bad. That's $588.61.
It's more than fair.
Does that make you happy?
Yes.
Okay. I need that credit card number. Hey, Saya. Hello. She's much better at this than
All right, well that did not go as I thought it would. I thought they would tell me to go shove it. And he really didn't believe that his test didn't catch a bad pump, but his test for sure didn't catch a bad pump. But that's the way that pump acted when we were at the shop. We could rev that thing up and we could put it under a load, like just say put it in gear and kind of ease the clutch out, rev the engine up, put a load on the engine at the shop. It wouldn't throw the code, but as soon as you took it out on the road, it would throw a code. So yeah, his pump or his test definitely can allow a bad pump through it. But I mean, did I really want all my money back? I really, honestly, I mean, I own a business, so I understand. I get it. I do believe the guy did the test. I don't believe that he did the test out on the road. Well, honestly, he told me he did do the test out on the road because you can't. So they're just limited. That pump was just, it was good enough to pass the test, but it was bad enough for the computer. So I don't know if that makes any sense to you, but anyways, we're gonna call this video done, ending. I got some other videos I'm working on. We're gonna get those posted too, but anyways, like, subscribe. Thanks for watching.